LegalVis, exploring and inferring precedent citations in legal documents. To reduce the number of pending cases and conflict rulings in the Brazilian judiciary, the National Congress amended the Constitution, allowing the Brazilian Supreme Court, STF, to create binding precedents, BPs. That is, a set of understandings that both executive and lower judiciary branches must follow. The STF's justices frequently cite the 58 existing BPs in their decisions, and it's of primary relevance that judicial experts could identify and analyze such citations. To assist in this problem, we propose LegalVis, a web-based visual analytics system designed to support the analysis of legal documents that cite, or could potentially cite, a BP. LegalVis workflow. We first retrieve explicit citation information and filter representative decisions and BPs from our database. These data are used in an elaborate and twofold strategy to infer potential citations. Finally, the user can interactively explore documents that cite or could potentially cite binding precedents through the three visual components that compose our framework. In the context of citations to binding precedents, one may ask, are there documents that potentially cite a BP? That is, the document should have cited the BP but it has not? Or, are the documents the BP related enough? These questions can help understand how STF works and if the binding precedents are being applied correctly. The identification of potential citations is modeled as a classification task, where the classes are the precedents being cited. To achieve this, original documents suffer pre-processing to make the data suitable for a classification. The resulting documents are converted into vectors in high-dimensional space, and a classifier algorithm is fitted in these vectors, learning what makes a citation. New documents without explicit citations are fed into the fitted model and have the probabilities of citations inferred. An interpretability technique acts in order to explain the citation inference, presenting visually the most important sentences. The visualization tool is composed by three main components that complement themselves in the exploration of citations. The first component is Global View. It presents the documents with citations to BP in a timeline. Explicit citation is blue, potential citation is orange, and both is blue and orange. The size of the circle indicates the number of documents, and the red square is the publication date of the BP. There are various filters: type of citation, probability threshold for considered potential citation, the justice that decides the document, and the document type. The second component is the paragraph similarity view. It displays the selected documents, ordered by similarity to the BP text. It's also possible to choose the number of topics and run topic modeling algorithm to cluster the documents. For each topic, it is shown a word cloud. The last view is the document reader. It allows to read the selected document in the previous view. If the document has a potential citation, it shows the explanation with colors, presenting the most important sentences for the potential citation assignment. Paragraphs can be selected and compared with the BP text, where the common parts of the text are highlighted. Case Study 1. Exploring potential citations. In this first case study, we aim to explore potential citations to binding precedents. We will show three examples of documents with potential citations. Consider a potential citation threshold 0.95. There exists an orange circle for BP 37 in February 2013. The tooltip shows us there exists a potential citation before the publication of the BP in October 2014. We see that there exists a very similar paragraph to the BP text because of the dark orange color. Document Reader View shows us the selected document, in particular the selected paragraph. We can select any paragraph. If we compare the selected paragraph with the BP text, highlighting their common parts, we see that the paragraph contains the BP text. But how could it happen if the BP had not been published yet? In fact, this document does not quote BP 37, but precedent 339, which was later converted into BP 37. Let's see another example. We can see there exists potential citation to BP4 in November 2004, even though the BP was created only in April 2008. We select the document. We see that line interpretability technique considered many parts of the document as relevant when assigning potential citation. When analyzing the contents of the document, for example, this paragraph, we see that both the paragraph and the BP text refer to some prohibition of using the minimum wage as an index factor, which supports the claim of a valid potential citation. Each one of them, however, describes the subject in a particular manner. What has been described so far demonstrates the usefulness of LegalVis for identifying and analyzing documents published before the creation of the binding precedent they are somehow related to. Let's see our last example. It is known that sometimes justices may also refer to a binding precedent X as binding entry number X of the precedent. It was not considered when labeling the documents, so documents adopting this terminology were marked as not having explicit citations, and it can be used as ground truth to validate the quality of the identification process. For example, when adopting the potential citation threshold equal to 0.921, we can see that there are potential citations to BP10 in September 2013. Let's select a document with a potential citation. When comparing the text of the precedent with one of the paragraphs marked as of great importance by line, for example, the selected paragraph, we can note that both refer to some violation of the so-called plenary reserve clause. Still, while the BP defines a rule, the document brings a real-world and related situation. Although this common subject suggests a coherent and valid potential citation, we can validate it by observing an explicit mention to binding entry number X of the precedent of the Supreme Court in another document's paragraphs. This example not only supports once more the usefulness of LegalVis in identifying and exploring potential citations, but also demonstrates the potential of the system to optimize and validate document labeling. Case Study 2 – Related Decisions. For the second case study, we will explore related decisions. If we filter the document type to Investigation, INC in the abbreviation in Portuguese, we see that most of documents are related to binding precedent 14. If we go to Justice Filter, we see that most of these documents are related to Justices Teoriza Vasque and Edson Fachin. Let's see Teoriza Vasque. We see that all of his investigation decisions are between 2015 and 2016. If we go to Edson Fachin, most of his decisions start after 2017. To understand this behavior, a brief background is required. Teoriza Vasque was the Supreme Court's justice responsible for processes related to Operation Lava Jato, car washing for translation, a criminal investigation started in 2014 in Brazil and is still in course. This investigation pointed out irregularities and corruption involving several individuals and companies, among them the Petrobras, the largest state-owned company in Brazil. Several of Zavasc's decisions, therefore, were related to Lava Jato. He passed away in January 2017, and Fachin was selected to be responsible for the Lava Jato's processes from that moment on. We want to find out if may exist a relation between decisions from Zavascki and Fachin connected to Lava Jato. We select all documents associated with Edson Fachin for BP 14 in September 2017. The 5 retrieved documents are then showed in paragraph similarities view as a single cluster. We ask for 2 clusters using topic modeling. The result is a cluster Topic 1 containing 2 complaints, documents of type RCL that explicitly cite BP14, and a cluster Topic 2 containing 3 investigations, documents of type Inc. that potentially cite BP14. We also see terms related to investigation and Petrobras in the word cloud relative to Topic 2. It is worth noting that the quality of this clustering supports the suitability of topic modeling for separating the documents. We selected the last document of Topic 2. If we look closely to the document, we see that Faquin explicitly agrees with Zavascki's decision Investigation 4231. This decision, which is related to Petrobras and Lava Jato, is under legal secrecy and is not present in our dataset. So, in fact, we found an association between Zavascki and Faquin connected to Lava Jato. If we go back to previous view, we can select another document to search for related decisions. All open documents are available in document history. This case study illustrates the system's effectiveness in assisting users in finding patterns and behaviors related to particular justices and types of documents.